Hello everybody, All Greg's here. Just doing a little walkthrough of my, well, let's just say it's my Warhammer 40k Rogue Trader book from 1987. I picked this thing up back in the late 80s, being able to play some Rogue Trader. The group of us started doing it. And, well, I have 2 copies. And there's a little story why I have 2 copies, and, well, it was a really interesting book. You know, this is from the Rick Priestley. This is the early days, you know, when, you know, a lot of people had a lot of fun playing this game. But the reason I have 2 copies is, well, mine started falling apart. And, well, you can see right here, I'm missing some pages. And this one, it's like it goes from page A60. Let's see, this goes 68 right here, and this is page 89 over here. So, yeah, kind of a pain. So, in between, so I ended up, it's like, okay, sometime one of the days, it was like the pages fell out, got put aside, it's going to glue it together, and it was like, I don't remember what happened to the pages, so I went out and just bought myself the second copy. And even my second copy, it's pretty good condition still. But there's like, even, I think this might be the pages. Yeah, it's starting to fall apart right here. Yep, got a page that comes out by itself. But we'll do a little bit of walkthrough. This one, I don't care if this one gets beat up so much because it's fallen apart, or it has fallen apart. Alright, so if you open it up, it's got this, you got this dreadnought right here, going to town, ripping apart. You got the old orcs on the front over here, getting tore up. Space Marines doing their job. Yeah, cool artwork. And then we have that. Rick Priestley going through it. And then right here, this is, we're missing a couple pages. Let's just do this. Put that outside for a second. Do this. There we go. You got that page right there. That's one of the pages I'm missing. So this fell out. These pages right here, which is your, give you a little bit of context right here. Index. And you got that. And this page right here. So I'm missing those pages. So now we got back to this. All right. Flip back. All right. Back to the one that's having a bad day. Oh, some wonderful artwork in here. All the troop characteristics. You can see this whole thing's like coming right out. It used to be, it's like when the books started falling apart like this, you put them all the pages where you need, and then take some Elmer's glue and put it in there, and then shut the binder, shut the cover, and put some weight on it, and just let it dry. But I never did that, so that was like, oh man, I really screwed the pooch, basically. Alright, here we got some of the different models. We got the Eldar, and then we got the Inquisition Marines, squats, lots of squats, slan. We got more. A lot of these models I have. I got most of the Space Marine ones I still have in as my Ultramarines in their different forms. I had some dreadnoughts, but I turned around and traded some off and sold some. And one of my friends still has all, you know, they still have a lot of theirs left. Alright, more characteristics, which you go through. Splitting units. This guy's having a bad day. Telling you how to play the game. Shooting from an elevated position. Yeah, you get some options. Alright, this one should look familiar. Strength of the weapon, target toughness. Nothing much has changed, except that You know, there was a time when you couldn't do anything to a target. Like nowadays in 8th edition, a 6 always wounds, and you know, it doesn't matter whatever strength the weapon system. So they kind of dumbed down the system a bit, in my opinion. There's like the old chaos. So slan right there. Different rules. All right, a little bit of chaos right there. Make your day. Striker 11B, Mel, my friend, he has a channel, small channel, but he was big into chaos. Almost everything, you know, corn was his thing. Blood for the blood god. All right. And his brother, the brother Grimm, he was big into Eldar. He has a massive Oldhammer Eldar force. Tim does. It is just huge. It's pretty amazing, all the old stuff that he has. And Ray is big into squads. So of us, we have a large chunk of force still hanging around from the old days. Psychology. Oh, maybe this thing's falling apart bad. Buildings, effects and buildings. Oh, there you can see an old Land Raider right there. They already had Land Raiders back in 87 in that book. The Land Raider's iconic. Dreadnought. Dreadnought suits. Encased in armor. A little bit of write-up about it. Robots. Yes, they had robots. Rules for those aerial combat. In a way, it was, we kind of, our early days, we always had like a game master that would take care of the games. Have somebody do all that. Set its stuff up, and then we just play. Alright, there's psychic stuff. Yeah, see, it's all falling apart badly. Bad day, mutants. Then you can have all your different characteristics of your mutant. How to build your force of mutants. Abhumans. There's your hit parade of craziness. It's like extended neck. Spent too much time in the warp. Alright, here we got your basic point values of all your equipment. You know, what Jacaro Digital. Yes, you know, you have the Jacaro ones that way back in the day. But a lot of stuff still hanging around. It's like that some people think a lot of stuff is bringing out now new, but no, it's been around forever and a day. They just kind of suck things out, and then stuff's still slowly being moved back in. I was just, one thing I really love to see them do is actually bring the squats back. You know, they brought the Mechanicum back and the robots and stuff. Now that maybe they can work on bringing the squats back. You know, the the Silver Tower, that game system that they have. They have that around where they have, I think, a Squat Warrior or something in there. All right. This is where we're going to have to jump to the other book. It's on page 68. We go to 89. We got basically 20 pages. Disappeared. Fell out. They fell out in one big blob. Big chunk. And, well, they didn't get put back in. Alright. There we go. Weapon profiles. Tell you what all the thing. Hey, there we got some squats right here. Coolness. Guys getting splattered. Incandescent warriors, we like to call them. When you get hit with heavy weapons, very heavy weapons, yeah, like plasma cannons, macro cannons, defense lasers. So when you get hit with one of those, you just become the incandescent warrior, like a light bulb. Like, zzz, gone. Melted guns. This should be with the shurikens. Yeah, antique pistols, auto pistols, plasma guns, shotguns, combat shotguns, close combat weapons, swords, 4 swords, you name it. Las pistols, neuron disruptors, kind of the stuff that you'd find with assassins. Rogue Trader getting ready to go to jail. It's time to go to work. Strap on the gear. Power fist, power glove, basically. Distortion cannon, yeah. Heavy weapons. Good stuff. Alright, the old-fashioned rocket launcher. Grenade launchers, heavy plasma guns, stubbers, Webers, multi-multa, laser cannons, multi-lasers. Alright, here we go. Got the Eldar flying in. Grenades and missiles. Alright, let's go to the other book. Bring that over there. Return. Back. Return to sender. Alright. Then we have some basic craziness going on here. More equipment. It's like this guy's having his brain melted. More equipment. Mines. Heavy support weapons. Here we get the weapon summary chart. Always good. Yep, here you got your Imperial Guard going to work. Yep, it's another bad day at the office. Everybody's getting shot and killed, but hey, we're dying for the Emperor. It's too bad he fell on the wire and died. Well, we'll just use him as a place to go over. It doesn't smell too bad yet. Alright, so a little bit of Imperial Fists. And we got jump troops coming in with their big giant jetpacks. A lifter that looks, gee, that looks very familiar. It almost looks like something from the Mechanicus now. Orcs, space orcs. I used to have a ton of orcs like these. I still do. I just have to get them back from my nephew. Gave him a whole bunch of them so he could use. He wanted to play orcs, and like, here's all my plastic ones from back in the day. You can use these until you get your own. And oh, here we go. Here's the scratch built. This is a scratch built Land Raider. Before they actually had the kit. This is something made from all kinds of different kits, from my understanding. I like what Forge World has, the newest one version of it. It's more blocky, more robust, but it's got the same old lines look to it. The Protoss Land Raider. And then we got the walkers. Oh, that's like the old. I have a couple Imperial Guard speeders in my collection still. Old walkers, all that old stuff. No more profiles. Robots. Tracked robots. Bionics. Yes, you can't have be a Space Marine without bionics. Oh, we got some squat wool here. Different kind of equipment. Age of the Imperium. Warp space, warp drives, warp portals, warp creatures, warp gates. More stuff about the Imperium. The Emperor. I seen a little meme today of Keanu Reeves as the Emperor, showing pictures of him throughout time. Yes, Keanu Reeves is the Emperor. Little do we know, he hasn't come fully into his power yet. Right now he's just his John Wick version. The craziness of the Imperium. Adeptus Mechanicus. Here you got some Inquisition. More Guard. More Inquisition. Psychers. Adeptus Astra Telepathica. And you necessarily have to get across the galaxy. You need a warp. You need a navigator. Alright, so it's time. We're going to do instant brain surgery by zapping your skull wide open. Alright, here's a cool. Got a whole bunch of squats going to town against some Eldar raiders. Eldar pirates. Little diorama going to town. That stuff's cool. It's been a while since I dug this book out and looked at it. Orcs. Orchid Space, and Orc Domains. Yeah. We got more orcs. Sporks. Orc Warriors going to town. Age of the Imperium. Gretchen. Actually, they're the brains and stuff behind the orcs. They're the ones that actually know how to build stuff. Ancients slaying in their inheritance. Jokeros. There you go. They've been around, little orange orangutan dudes. Tyranids and the Hive fleets. Yes, there were Tyranids back then, still. Astral Hounds, Astral Specters, Warp Creatures, Zotes. I think Palmer has a bunch of Zotes in his... I think he's picked some up, some Zotes. A lot of the stuff is, like, if you were playing D&D back in the day, you had access to a lot of this stuff to add to your campaigns. Catachan Face Eaters. Critters. And the Venus Man-Trap, big giant man-eating fauna. Flora. Critter charts. There we go. Chapter information update. Some cool pictures and stuff. Cool. This is like a cross between something Mechanicus and taken over by Chaos. Like dark. The Black Mechanicum took it over. Put a few skulls on your hidden movement. There's all kinds of extra stuff that goes with this game. Indirect fire, compulsory movement, and it's like advanced rules. Planetary landings. narrative play. Yep, narrative play has been something that's been around forever and a day. And we got your basic timeline of the Imperium going on. Here's the classic picture that's on the front. More information. Alright, then we got it's like, hey, everybody looks really cool playing the game back in the day. Yeah. Hoarding impulses. Painting. Yes, you have to paint your stuff. Everybody put it into... Basically, I imagine this is a picture of everybody that's part of Games Workshop back in the day. All got their face done up. Put into it. There's your basic summary. All your chart summary stuff. Spent a lot of time flipping back into that stuff. Photocopied it. Took it in. Made copies of all this stuff. Back when we were playing. Your counters. All your different space. Yeah, I had the space org box. I remember something fell out right here. Can't remember what it was. Hang on, look in the back of this one. Oh yeah, it would be these charts right here. See these record sheets. Pulled those. I must have pulled them out to make copies of it. Just never put the thing back in. Things you do when you first start playing the game. You never think much about it. And the same picture that you had on the front is now on the back. And there's your back cover. And does it have the price tag on that thing? No, I don't see it. Printed in the United States. But that's the book. And there's number 2. Over top of it. Hardcover versus softcover. By the time I bought my second one, there was only softcover ones available. But that's the quick run through of the Rogue Trader book. In case you're curious what it looks like, you always hear about it. And that's what's in it. And if you want to ever pick up a copy, they're still around. You can find them. Typically, I think they go for like $50, $70 for a decent copy. Like this one is like really poor, bad condition. It would go for practically... Somebody might buy that for something. I don't know if they would or not. But this one here that still has all of its pages would go for something. But, alright. Hope you guys enjoyed the little flip through. And we'll see you in the next one. Cracks out.